Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another vlog. Bienvenidos a las aventuras de los Ramirez. My name is Stephanie. Gennady is not in the video right now because he's with my grandma. They're bonding right now, jamming out, and I want to be relaxed for the rest of the meanwhile I'm recording. So that's one thing for sure. That's a tip. When grandma and grandson are bonding, just let them be, girl, because if you try, both grandma and grandson will tag team and they'll come at you hard. Well, at least that's in my situation. My mom is just like, deja mi niño, and this and that. And she's always like, so I'm just like, all right, y'all can do what y'all want. I'm gonna record this video because I said I'm going to be uploading more, and I will because I have the time now. And this time, not only this time, but I'm actually trying to push myself more to achieve more things, get out of my comfort zone, and this is actually one of them. One of the top ones that I need to do on my list. On today's vlog, I will be not explaining to you guys, but just giving you guys a little more about me. And I've actually been asked this multiple times by friends and family on how I adapted to motherhood at such a young age. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm actually 23 and I had my son at 21. I had him a month after my 21st birthday, so I was lit with my belly. So yeah. My son is now 2 years old. He was born June 30th, 2016, and he changed my life forever and for better. I love being a mother. I love it. There can be times where it can be stressful. It can be just very heavy on you or on me, for every mother out there. But it's okay, girl. Push through and it'll be all good. Like, just do what you gotta do. Your child may not know what you're doing for them now, but they will in the future. And as long as you're teaching them right, telling them what's good and bad, what's common sense really, then your baby, your child will grow into a very humble person. And that's my goal as a mother, is to raise my son to be humble and just be himself, really. So for those of you guys who know me, I kind of really adapted to motherhood very well. Like, it was, to me, it was okay for me. Like, it wasn't as hard as I thought, or as hard as people mentioned it would be, being so young and a mom. Because the reason being why I think it was easier for me is because I didn't have my niece, but my sister had my niece when I was only 10, 11 years old. And then she had my nephew 2 years after that. Then I had another nephew a year after that. So I kind of grew with kids, and I would babysit for them sometimes to make some quick cash. Obviously, I was still in school, so I would do whatever when it came to making a quick cash to be able to buy me some lipstick, some whatever I needed in school. So yeah, so I already knew how to change diapers. I already knew how to bottle feed. I knew the main things. Now, the difference between me and taking care of my nieces and nephews versus me having my son was that obviously with my nieces and nephews, when they wouldn't stop crying, they'd be so fussy, I would just take them straight to their mom. Like, okay, here you go. Like, this is your baby. You deal with it now. Like, I tried my best. I wasn't as harsh as I sound now, obviously, because I love my nieces and nephews with all my heart. So yeah, and then with my son, I had him with me 24/7. I didn't work the first 7 months of his life, so I was with him 24/7. So yeah, so to me it was honestly easy because I had my fiance help me with him and help me in general. Like, he helped me so much when it came to recovery. Like, I love him and I'm so grateful for that. Usually in a Hispanic household, once the daughter has had the baby, they tend to go back to the parents' home to be taken care of for about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if they either had a C-section or just a natural birth, or how labor was in total. That didn't make sense. I don't think total was the right word, but you know what I mean. But not for me. I was offered by my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my parents as well, but I was just like, no. I was like, no, this is a new chapter in my life. I have my baby father. We're here together. We had our own apartment. And I was just like, to me, honestly, I want to experience this whole entire thing with him and him only. Yes, it would have been awesome to have extra help, but I honestly wish I got the bad girl. I was just like, I know what I wanted. I know how I wanted to do it. Since I first found out I was pregnant, I had my own plan. Not everything went by plan. Some things just happened, and that's okay. That's okay. Everything planned is not always the best thing, but it's always good to just look at it to see, like, if you feel like you're off track for a second, like, that's great to have. So back to the whole motherhood thing. My son, he was 7 pounds 4 ounces. Yeah, 4 ounces. And he was 21.5 inches long. So he was very skinny and tall, skinny and long. And he was also born with jaundice. So about the first week, I had to like really keep my eyes on him and just do everything that they told me, which was to have all window shears open, like just everything open. Make sure he gets enough sunlight, but not too much sunlight where it would irritate his skin. Luckily, his jaundice went away by his first week checkup. I was breastfeeding. That's one thing I do recommend as a mother is please breastfeed, breastfeed, breastfeed. I'm not saying breastfeed their whole first year. I'm not saying breastfeed, you know what I mean. I just mean by, at least to me, the first month is when they really need mommy's breast milk. Now, I know some of us women can't produce enough milk, but just try. At least give them for the first 2 weeks of life to help boost their immune system. That's one thing I for sure tell first-time mothers to do. Like I said, not everybody's into it, but just think about it. Don't think about, because I know I have met 2 to 3 women already. Hold on. Like two of them say that they didn't want to breastfeed because they didn't want their boobs to get ugly and stretchy and just sag. I'm like, really? Your boobs is more important than your child's immune system? But everybody is different. That's just my personal opinion that I think you should do. But like I said, everybody's different. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's just a tip that I think is awesome and great for the baby's health. So the first week was a little rough because I would get up like every 2 to 3 hours. But luckily my son was such an angel. After 2 weeks, he would sleep throughout the night. Like I would only wake up one time throughout the night, I would pump and then feed him, which was at first a little hard because I had to get used to that. After a while, it just became easy peasy lemon squeezy. So yeah, another thing, what I think honestly, if the baby is not around love, it doesn't feel love, like there's tension in the room, your baby will cry. Your baby will cry. That's another thing that a lot of mothers don't have patience on. If you don't have patience, then maybe you should reevaluate on having a child. To have a child, you have to have patience. Patience is key. Patience is happiness to the baby and just home in general. Like, for example, if I'm really mad and I'm upset and the baby is 2 feet away from me, I personally think the baby feels those vibes. So it's not, to me, I don't find that okay to have those vibes near your baby. Your baby needs to be around love and feel the love. So that's another tip that I tell people, first-time mothers as well. I'm like, if you're mad, you're angry, you're fighting, don't do that near the child. Just wait until your baby falls asleep. Put them in the crib. Put them wherever you need to put them. And if you're tired, not tired, but like I said, angry, step outside, catch some air, relax. Obviously, keep an eye on the baby. And then just come back and do what you gotta do. There will be times where it's stressful, but you don't give up. You don't give up. And you don't lose your patience. You keep yourself still and strong. Not only for yourself, but for your child as well. So yes, those are the main keys that I think was easier for me during this transition of being single to motherhood and marriage. It was honestly, I feel like it was easier because I grew up with my nieces and nephews, and I knew how to do all those minor things that actually take a big part once you have your child. Another thing that would be helpful is that if you do get the chance to have the help, take the help. But don't get so acostumbrada que te anden ayudando todo el tiempo, porque ya entonces cuando estás tú sola, you're gonna have like anxiety. You're gonna feel the room hot because you're not used to just you being by yourself. Sorry, I had a burp. So that definitely helped. Another thing, it was patience, having the help by my husband, and patience, husband, and just relaxing whenever I can. What's another thing? Also, I know some of you guys don't like to wake up early, but the way I was able to get things done around the house, by cooking, cleaning, doing whatever I could, after I got the okay from my OBGYN that I can start doing whatever I need to do, like sweeping, cleaning, running, blah, 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 blah. Do not, I promise you, do not do much after you had your baby. Just wait until your OBGYN says you're on the good, you're good to go. You don't want to create harm on yourself, and you definitely, for example, for those of you who have C-sections, you don't want to do anything that'll create too much activity around here because it can get infected, and you just don't want to do that. Just, si puedes barrer, pero no tan like, I don't know how to explain it to you. Don't do a lot of those things. Just wait, if you do have the help, let the help do that, or ask somebody to help you. Hey, can you just help me here, or whatever. I said So another thing that helped me into motherhood was taking some actual advice from older women or veteran moms, I like to say. But not every advice that they give you is good advice. Some advice that they give you is just like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, who the fuck? Like, I remember somebody, and I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. This is actually from a family member. She told me, she was like, oh, si quieres que tu hijo tenga I don't know how to say in Spanish, su immune system fuerte, les debes de dar que un traguito de soda, un traguito de esto, darle un dulcito para que les dé el sabor, or de se le está saboreando. I'm just like, he's a baby. He don't know what the fuck I'm eating. He doesn't know that. Like, what the heck? What kind of advice is that? Another advice was that, which is crazy to me, which I'm like, I don't think that's actually, I think that's child cruelty. Was de que me dijeron, si se les sale la moñera, flip them upside down, like have their like legs here and their head down here, and they start pounding them by the legs. I'm just like, I couldn't do that. I can't. I'm like, no, what the heck is your problem, lady? Like, what the heck? What kind of advice is that? That's so bad for the baby. Yeah, I think it's bad for the baby, but that was just an advice that they gave me. Another stupid advice that I found stupid. Sorry, the dog is barking. Another stupid advice that I got, que era? I remember there was one that stuck to me that I couldn't stop laughing about it. I'm like, who the hell does that? Like, who does that to their child? Que era? It stuck with me for a while. When it comes to me, I'll explain to you guys. But point is, there's some advice you just shouldn't take. Some advice you're just like, okay, tú nada más nod your head. Oh, okay, thanks, girl. I took that advice, yeah. And then when they see you, oh, did you do that? What I told you? Just be like, oh, no, I haven't got the chance to. Or just be straight up like me. Be like, no, I don't think I'm going to do that with my son. I straight up told some people like that. I'm like, because they really think like, que tú estás haciendo las cosas mal. And I'm just like, first of all, lady, that's my son. Just because your child survived your way of parenting, congrats to you, okay? But not every child survives that. So that's another thing. You have to put your boundaries on what people can do with your child, including family members. Some family members se pasan de verga, man. Like, they try to do shit their way, and there was times where I wasn't okay with it, and I would just tell them straight up, like, hey, please don't do that to my son. Or I'd be like, no le hagan eso. And they'd be like, ay, pero es que esto y el otro, blah, blah, blah. Just be like, este es mi hijo, okay? Yo sé cómo lo voy a crear, okay? So sometimes you really gotta put your foot down to these people, because some people se van a pasar, and you just, you know, even though they're family, like, you're not trying to have family problems, but sometimes, man, I swear, they do. And yeah, so that's also another way that helped me adapt into motherhood and just really find it more calming. Like I said, my son, after 2 weeks, he stayed asleep all night. He was like that throughout my pregnancy too, where we would fall asleep like at 10 or something, but él se puso acostumbrado a las 9:30 de la noche. After he got his bath, I will put him to sleep at 9:30 exactly. His music at that time was Bob Marley station. That's his station right there. It was like that as well during my pregnancy. Also, oh, that's another thing. If there's certain things that you did during your pregnancy that your child will move to, or just if they're moving too much and you want to calm them down, put their music when they're asleep. That helps them a lot. And also, yeah, I hurt my knees. So that helped a lot with his music and just him. He was a good baby. He's a good baby. He was a good, really awesome, amazing, sweet baby. He was. He let me sleep, so I didn't have that struggle of waking up because the baby was screaming, that was crying. No, because like I said, a lot of the love and the tension in the room has a lot to do with how the baby sleeps and how and who they are and become to be, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so se dormía, se levantaba a las 5, bottle feed, boom, fall back asleep. So the reason why I said some of us don't like to wake up early, the way I got cleaning done was after my husband left, le daba yo de comer, I prepped him his lunch, boom, sent him out the door or whatever. So after he left, I would throw clothes in the washer, because when you have a baby, especially like newborn, months, infant stages, they tend to run through clothes like crazy. So I would constantly have to be washing, but also ponle que como las 6:30 I was already up and about drinking my cup of coffee, put in the the laundry into the I can't think of the word, of the lavadora. Like I said, there's times where I'll be speaking Spanish and English at the same time. Keep up. And so la echaba la lavadora, and then I would start doing the dishes. I would start making me breakfast. I'll start pumping if I had a pump. I stopped pumping at 3 months. So ya de ahí, it was no more pumping after I made myself something to eat. So I would make myself something to eat. I cleaned up the table, started wiping stuff down, doing the dishes, sweeping, all that while the baby was asleep. By the time I finished doing the downstairs, which was the kitchen and the living room, he would wake up. I would bottle feed, burp him, play with him for a little bit, and then he'll fall back asleep because he was, like I said, he was an infant. If not, I would just play music, put him on a bouncer, and let him play with his toys, look at his toys, or watch me as I clean. And as I'm cleaning, I will see him, like I would always have him near me unless I was working with chemicals. If I was working with chemicals, I would have him a little further away from me. Or when it came to the bathroom, if I had someone there visiting, I would be like, hey, can you keep an eye on my baby while I go get this done? They'd be like, yeah, sure, I would get it done. Or I would wait till he came back home and I'd be like, hey, no tuve la chance de limpiar el baño porque el niño wouldn't let me. Because there'll be times where your baby will not let you get things done. But yeah, so that's how I got things done. Another thing is that don't over push yourself by trying to get everything in the household done in one day. What I used to do was that I would clean our bathtub and bathroom every 2 to 3 times a week, and which was usually Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays when I would clean my restrooms. And then Mondays would be laundry, just straight laundry. Tuesdays would be the living room, like deep cleaning the living room. It's just do things at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. when you're a new mom. Because if you try to do everything all at once, you will get frustrated, you will get exhausted, and you will become cranky. So that's another advice that I do give to first-time mothers. I'm running out of breath, I'm talking so much. But as of now, I think that's mainly the things that's been helping me a lot. Is just taking my time, taking it day by day, and still enjoying my child. So yeah, that's how I really gotta say when it comes to adapting into motherhood. It came so naturally to me that I was okay with it, because as crazy as it sounds, I always knew I wanted to become a young mother. I was like, I want to experience everything young, so when he's older, me and him can go out and have fun. Or he can be out and about his friends, and I could be with my girls having margaritas. I love margaritas, so. Me and my girls having margaritas, chilling, vibing, with our kids being growner's not even a word. Just teenagers and stuff. And I want to be able to experience that. All of that at a young age as well, so that way I can still have fun with my child. Like, run around without getting so tired so quick, or him pushing me like, Mom, come on, let's go, let's do it. Like when he's working out. So that's what I do. I want to do all those things. And when I was younger, my mom, she would always buy me those huge baby dolls that I don't see anymore. But she used to buy me those from Dollar General. And she would always give me the boy, because I always said, when I become a mother, I want to have a son. I want a son, a son, a son. I don't want a girl, I want a son. And thankfully, I got what I wanted, and I got my son. And yeah. And another thing is that I'm still growing as a mother. I'm still learning. You will never not stop learning. Each day they grow, they learn something different about themselves. You learn something about them as well. And it's just awesome, really. So just patience, 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 and having a good support system. Those are the main two things that I think and believe is the best for anybody, really, when it comes to parenting. That's just my personal advice. So yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me explaining how I adapted and what did I do and what helped me get through the infant stages. I am now on to the toddler stages with my son. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still going to continue learning, but patience is key. Love is key as well. And yes, so I'm still learning. Whenever I find something more helpful, I will mention to you guys a good helpful tip for you. And like I said, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys liked it. Comment, like, subscribe, share, comment down below what kind of videos I should do. Give me feedback on the do's and don'ts I should do and don't do. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day, and see y'all later. Mwah.